What is going on, guys? Chris with Jernos, Comics and Pop Culture. I'm talking more again about bags, comic book bags. I got some stuff over here to show off today. I know this is an issue that I've talked about a lot recently and in the far past, and that I continue to talk about. And why not? Because bagging and boarding is such a big thing that we do as comic book collectors. So I want to touch on the video that I made some weeks back about poly bags and how there's two types of poly bags, polypropylene and polyethylene. Now, the standard in today's comic book industry is the polypropylene. Let me grab some for you guys. Now, the point of this video here is that I wanted to come out and say I'm getting less and less into buying these. Now, let me just first start by saying what I've said before in the past. For many years, I was not aware of Mylar until I really got, I started collecting again as a young adult in 2005. After a hiatus of about, probably like 9 years going into my teenage years. But I didn't know about Mylar until, 2015. I believe the first time I really started understanding what it was when I watched a video by Don Comic Book Junkie about poly versus Mylar, and he did this whole thing about calculating costs. Because we know that Mylars are at least 3-4 times the cost of poly bags, typically, unless you're buying from E. Gerber and you buy them in bulk, and you could get some nice solid bulk discounts, right? So it's tough, and I've talked about this too. For someone that has over 16,000 comic books in their collection, you do the math, and that's thousands of dollars, right? So Don Comic Book Junkie did this video that really is one of the videos that got me into wanting to do a YouTube, where he calculated costs. If you change out your poly bags every 5 years, and then you add it up, but you're keeping your Mylars for 20, 30 plus years and so forth, it's really worth it, all this stuff. It was really awesome, really informative. But my thing has always been, I continue to budget money for Mylar bags, right? And I will start out with, obviously, keys first. And secondly is my older books, so your Silver Age or Bronze Age. And I've been trying to transfer all of my Silver Age and Bronze Age into Mylar, no matter if they're keys or I got them for only a couple bucks or whatnot, right? And then I'll still buy some poly bags for new books, newer books. So, for example, if I go to my shop, Boys of Summer, which I hope that they can survive this shutdown, and I hope that they can come back out and thrive when we're all back to normal. But he has an awesome 50 cent bin over there, Kevin, and he has a lot of new issues that are in there for 50 cents, and that's where I get a lot of my new issues from. And they're not bagged and boarded. I'll put them in a poly bag. Right? So I like to keep some on hand. And what I used to do too is, for more of my modern books, instead of switching out a nasty old bag into just a Mylar, if it's like just some random modern book, I'll switch it out into a new poly bag. But I'm getting further and further and further away from this. And let me show you guys why. I have 2 books here. I was going through my books, and I've been doing this over the last couple of years, where when I change out a bag and board, I mark it. So let's first look at this one. This is an Avengers book, Avengers 325, more of a modern book. And look at this poly bag. Let's see if we can get the glare on to where you guys can see. Do you see look at all those wrinkles? Let's see. I know you can see, I see the glare. It's tough. How about right? There we go. Look at that. Look at all those wrinkles. I wrote down when I put this book into this bag. I don't know if you guys can read this. It's right up here. It says October 2019. So what is that? 7 months? About 7 months that it's been in this bag. And look at it already. Look at that. This is I was going for the Ultra Pros. Excuse me. for the BCWs because they tend to not wrinkle as much. But I do believe that this is a Ultra Pro. I can usually tell the BCWs tend to have a slightly bluer tint. I'm pretty sure this is a Ultra Pro. But then look at this. Here's another book. I'll put this one in Mylar when I'm done with this video. But here's a Doctor Strange, nice 35 center. Look at all that. Look at that. Wow. Now, I put a date on this one. May. Do you guys see that down there? May 2019. So this is about 1 year old, okay? This bag is about 12 months, 1 year old. 7 months in the 12 month, and you could tell that this is a little more wrinkly. And these books are sitting right over here. You guys can't see it, but they're in 2 separate boxes. I have the little moisture packets that I drop in, the fresh packets that I drop in each box, and they're sitting right next to each other in the same climate. And this is what's happening to them, guys. So let me ask, what's the point? What's the point of me buying bags, right, that are 7 to 12 months old that I got to pull out and replace with the same type of bag? Why do I want to replace these with a poly bag? Now you may think, well, I mean, the bags are still clear, you know, they're not dingy, and you know, they're still protecting your book. This is true. This is true. And let me tell you, being in a poly bag that is wrinkly is much better than having books that aren't in a bag at all, right? So, hey, if you really don't have the money and you have to get your hands on some type of bags, at least they're in a bag, right? But for me, I like aesthetics. I cannot stand having books in my collection that are in a bag that looks like this. So what's the point in spending $6.99, right, on a pack of 100 bags to replace these and have to spend that $6.99 again 7 months down the road? So that's why I am really at a point where I'm going more and more Mylar, because if I'm at a point where I can spend $7 for 100, I want to be, let me save that money, and maybe a month later or however long it takes me or you to save that money, save up twice that, and you could buy a 50 pack of Mylars. And yes, it's only 50 next to 100, and it's double. So that's, yeah. So Mylars tend to be quadruple the price of your poly bag. Like I said, unless you could buy them in bulk. Let me show you guys one other thing now, and this goes to my video about polypropylene versus polyethylene. These bags have been on these books, okay, for at least 20 years. At least 20 years. These are polyethylene bags. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Look at this bag. I mean, it's not perfect. It is not perfect, but it is so much more cleaner and smoother than those almost, like, I mean, come on, 6 to 12 month old polypropylene bags. Look at that. You know, and some of what you were seeing are kind of in the comics. I could probably give these guys a press, but I mean, you know, it's interesting because when you get the light on it and you see these ripples, I don't see them like you guys do. When I put this up to my polypropylene with the naked eye, I don't, you know, you guys are seeing it a lot more. But with the polypropylene, I mean, those wrinkles are like, you could see it, absolutely. This one's pretty clean. So again, my point is, if you still are hesitant about being able to fully afford Mylar bags, try to look into polyethylene. Look at this. Much better, and they're thicker. You can tell they're thicker, and then like I talked about in my video, they have more of this kind of a stretchy, thick feeling to them, rather than the smooth, thin feeling of the polypropylene. So, guys, these bags are over 20 years old, and they look extremely, extremely decent. Okay, but still, now I don't know the cost of polyethylene at the top of my head. The last time I looked, they are obviously more expensive. I don't know if they're even twice as much that of polypropylene though. So. I wanted you guys to get a clear look at some really old ethylene bags that look decent. So moral of the story here, guys, is personally, for what I'm doing, I am doing my best to stay away from standard modern poly bags, the polypropylene. I bought this pack that I showed here on the last time I went to A1 Comics, which was, what, 2 weeks before lockdown. And I just bought one, 100 pack. They were on sale. So I got the bag for like, what, $4. And, you know, I will utilize them until they're gone. But again, I don't see myself buying polypropylene maybe ever again. I don't know. If I do, I'll let you guys know again and kind of say, oh, this is what made me do it this time. But there it is, guys. Check out polyethylene bags. See where you can find them. Like I said, I still believe that Midtown Comics sells some polyethylene, but I'm not 100% sure on that because I haven't checked out in a while. Other than that, guys, Mylar is really the way to go. You know, I mean, we all know how crisp Mylar bags are, and they stay this way, if not for your lifetime, for years and years and years. You know, it really is worth it. Now, you know, like I said, if you can afford saving up some money and getting some in bulk, check out eGerber. Go to their website. I know right now, I don't know if they're shut down or if they're just backloaded on shipping, but you know, if you order 200 bags, you get, like, I think basically about $5 off of what a 50 pack would cost. If you order 1,000 bags, it's even a bigger discount. So definitely check them out. This is my spiel, guys. This is my way of thinking, where I'm coming from right now. We evolve as collectors. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys are using. Are you still dishing out money for poly bags? Do you not care? Does it work for you, and you're good with keeping more money in your pocket to, say, invest more money on books? You're all good with wrinkly poly bags because it allows you to have more money for books. Maybe that's your way of thinking. Maybe you guys are new to Mylar and you guys are changing over as well. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you have not done so yet. And again, reminder, 1,500 subscriber contest is going on now. I'm going strong. I've watched 2 new videos from entries yesterday, so thank you to the Grayman and Mr. Gretzky. Mr. Gretzky 9966, both of them submitted entries yesterday. Real awesome stuff. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone that's participated so far. So keep up those entries. If you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up here. Hit me up on Instagram, jernos__comics. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching.